Let me be clear. This isn't about being lost on a map. This is about going so far into the backcountry that the outside world disappears. We're already a bit crunched for time. For this mission, we have some simple rules. First, no GPS. We're only using a map and compass to locate two of the most remote backcountry sites at Providence Canyon State Park. We're going to explore the canyons complex between the two campsites. We're going to not have any outside assistance. The only technology we'll use are a map and compass and our cameras. We'll start in the deep canyons area and eventually make our way to campsite number 5 in the backcountry. All right, we are officially down in the canyon now, and we are turning our phone off. But for now, we know that we got to follow this creek bed for a couple miles. This is the main backcountry trail. But one thing that's critical is there's water all down this creek bed, and the last thing you want on a cold night is wet socks and shoes. And so we're gonna avoid that if we can, where the trail allows us to, and we're gonna get deep in this canyon and try to go find our site. This hike in's a bit heavy. I don't know if you can see. The sun's already hiding behind trees and mountains. When it goes down, it's gonna get very cold. That's why I've got so much gear. I'm packed heavy. But it is well below freezing tonight, deep in this canyon. We're probably 1/3 of the way back into near our site. So it's going to become critical that we get to the site and set up in time, get a fire, stay warm, thaw out. But yeah, look at this over here. That sun is dipping fast. One thing I want to point out is, you see how tight these topo lines are, the little brown curves? That's the elevation. And so we're camping on a hilltop, and right now we are in the only flat part of this whole canyon complex, except for a few plateaus. Well, let's keep moving. So because of the cold temperatures and because of our somewhat late start, today, this first day, we're really exploring the backcountry side of the park much more. And tomorrow, between sites, we'll explore the deeper parts of the canyon. But this backcountry part of the park has a lot going for it as well. It's beautiful, and I'm sure it would be very nice to hike in warm weather. But right now, it's very cold, and the idea of spending the night out here is daunting.
I will be the first to admit that this hike is pretty strenuous with a pack this heavy and all that crossing water back there. I slipped a little bit and got one of my boots on the outside a little wet. Hopefully it doesn't soak in, but man, for the sake of clarity, it's not about selecting where to camp on this adventure. It's about getting to the sites. I've reserved two different sites in the farthest reaches of the canyon and just getting to them using only the map and compass so you can see where we are, what we're doing. But yeah, it's getting to the first site with some time to spare so we don't freeze. And at least in this current spot where we are, this bottom, this creek bed area, all the fuel looks pretty wet. So we're gonna have to work to get a fire going the right way.
For a little perspective on this backcountry trail and the campsites on it, it's about a 7 to 10 mile loop depending on how many of the trail loops you take, and it's considered extremely rugged and difficult. Right now we're on the river bottom flat portion of the trail, but in a minute we're going to turn and be on the rugged section. This bridge is about 75% of the way to the site. However, we still have to climb a very steep hill to get the rest of the way.
So now I've turned back from that river bottom back up towards the deeper parts of the canyon. And the sun is still going down, but somewhere up ahead is going to be my backcountry site that I'm calling home for the night. Just really hope I get there before it's dark and don't make any wrong turns or have to backtrack any. But so far this trail's been pretty solid, but then it's a side trail off of this trail that I have to go locate, and I gotta go climb up a mountain basically. At least that's what it looks like. So we just ascended this. I think we got to number 6, but we're looking for that peak right there. We're gonna have to go a little further and then it's off to the right. Hopefully we get there with no mishaps. way further back here than I thought to get to this site. But I think we're gonna be up on a ridge, which may or may not be good. Another thing is it'd be nice to get there a bit earlier, because then we could collect some firewood for a fire. So let's go. So I was just getting up here and I said, oh, that's a good sign. I saw a trail marker for the campsite I'm going to. But then I look over there, and there I see him still. And I thought, who's that running through the woods with a white coat floating around? And it was white-tailed deer. There was a group of them that just went and dipped down and went up over that ridge. So we'll keep our eyes out for them. It was beautiful to see them. And here's our site, campsite 5. So we're gonna head down this trail. I'm gonna keep our eyes out for some more of those deer in case there's a large herd of them. But our site's down this way, and we got here just in the nick of time. I think we have about 45 minutes till sunset, and we will get our site set up, hopefully cook a little dinner, try to relieve the pressure of taking this heavy pack off. All right, let's go. I will say it's cool to me when you go off the side trail and you know that this piece of land in front of you is brand new to you and all yours for the night. All right, so this area is like a mixed bag, this site. It's luckily got some firewood, some big chunks laying around that we can probably use somehow. But the amount of small stuff we collected is not amazing. So that's what we're gonna need to get the fire started. And you can see the sun right behind me. Even though we're up on a ridge, we're like just a few minutes till sunset, and the temperature's gonna steadily drop. See, we got a site with a fire pit, and this temperature is rapidly dropping. I'm gonna have to put my jacket back on, but we got a piece of bark. We're gonna build our little cradle for our fire on it. We're gonna build our whole fire up and have it ready to light, ideally. But we need to get it to fit under here. But first, I'm gonna scoop out some of this ash So it's a little more dry on the bottom. Real quick, that sun is setting fast. Looks beautiful, but we got work to do left here.
We'd have a pair of gloves for this. That's for dang sure. Come on. Okay. Okay, come on. Sword. Oh, gosh, it's still. Or head down. Go away.
So important. It looks like it's going. That's not true all necessarily. We've got to get the sticks going. These smallest ones. These billows are very good at helping that. Okay, so this is actually an emergency move I'm doing. This is leaves, they're wet, but they generally will smoke and then burn. But we are not out of the woods yet. We gotta get this going. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Second time's a charm. We're gonna just stick with a little more paper this time.
and a few leaves once at a time. See, I got it started right here on the front, which is good now. Last time it started in the back, and I might have gone a little too quickly to the billows. Oh. Just getting this fire lit is taking all my time. I don't even have camp set up yet. Okay. We sat by the fire trying to get warmed up as the sun went down. But in that time, the temperature dropped dramatically. It's expected to get well below freezing tonight. I think we're gonna have to go on a hunt for some more firewood soon. The temperature out here is dropping. It's dark.